Hey there, let's talk about different strum patterns. I'm going to start with this small video about the standard strum pattern just to get us started, and also just give you some tips about strumming in general. And then in a couple other videos, we'll take each strum pattern one by one. So to start with, whenever I'm practicing my strumming, I take my left hand and I just kind of gently put it over the strings so that when I strum, I get what's called a scratch, right? It's kind of a scratching sound. Sometimes I call it chunking too. So you'll see different people refer to that in different ways. Because the most important thing in strumming is to feel the rhythm of the strum. We're not worried about the chords that we're making with our left hand. The next thing is to think about what you're going to do with your right hand. And traditionally, people like to strum down with their thumb, which they're welcome to do, or maybe they're strumming down with their pointer or all of their fingers. Similarly, when we start strumming patterns, we're going to add an up strum, and so you're going to have to think about what feels the most comfortable for you. There are a couple different ways to do it. The first is if you are a thumb strummer and you're just going down like this when you're doing your standard strums, or your down strums rather, when you add an up strum, you can just go up with your thumb as well. It's going to feel a little bit different because you're hitting your nail up against the strings as you go up. Just try that. Down, up, down, up. And the down strum should feel stronger than the up strum. The up strum is literally just dragging your finger across the strings. Just like that. The other option you have is to use your pointer finger, where you go down with your nail on the strings and then up with the pad of your finger on the strings. So you're going down, up, down, up, down, up. Just like that. Down with the nail and up with the pad of your finger. You can also combine the two. If you're somebody who likes just to use the pads of your fingers or somebody who likes to use the nails, you can combine them. You can go down with the pointer nail and up with the thumbnail, or down with the thumb pad and up with the pointer pad. Lots of different ways to do it. The most important thing is that you feel comfortable, it feels natural. Maybe not super easy yet because you're still getting used to it, but that it feels like you have kind of a sense of what's going to feel the most natural for you. And you just want to feel good about keeping that beat nice and even. Down, up, 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 down, up. Now we're going to add some numbers to the mix so we can help ourselves count, like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Keep going with that. And that should sound very much like the down strums we did before. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice that my hand doesn't really change. It's still coming back up in between the beats. This time when we add the up strums, we're just dragging those fingers across the strings as we come up. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So for this standard strum, it's really important you keep that beat nice and steady and even. That standard strum is going to be built on an even beat. That's going to be different from some other strum patterns we're going to look at. So now let's think about how we put these up strums and down strums into a pattern. The first one I'm going to show you, there are kind of two versions of the standard pattern. You want to think about those up strums. On one up strum, you're going to actually hit the strings, and then on the next up strum, you're going to skip the strings. So the first one, you go down, skip the strings on the way up, down again, hit the strings on the way up, down again, skip, down, up, down, skip, down, up, down, skip. Notice I still bring my hand up when I'm skipping those strings because I've got to get back to the top to get back down for that down strum. Down, up, down, skip. Down, up, down, skip. A little faster, up, down, skip, and we'll add the beat like this. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and down, skip, down, up, down, skip, down, up, down, skip, down, up, down. A little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, add a C chord to it, just so we hear how it sounds. So there are a couple different ways to think about it. You can think about it in terms of the numbers. If you're somebody who really feels those beats, you can count it out to yourself. You can also think of it as the down, skip, down, skip. Or you can just think of it as the rhythm that we heard on those strings. Ba, 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 ba. Whatever you feel like is going to help you feel that rhythm the best, you can say those things out loud to yourself as much as possible. When you're ready to apply a strum pattern to a song, I actually recommend that you not include the chords. See if you can sing the song just with the strum pattern, and that'll help you see how the melody fits together a little bit with the strum. And if you're not sure which strum pattern belongs to a song, sing the melody to a strum pattern you know and see if it fits. The melody is always going to help inform a little bit what that strum pattern should be. So hopefully that gives you a good start on that starting pattern. I'm going to show you one other option for the standard strum pattern, and that is to have a strong down strum, 1 on that first beat, skip on your way up, and now we're just going to go straight with down, up, 3 in a row. We're basically adding an up strum in there, unlike the other one. So it'll sound like this. Count it out, it'll be 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. Really emphasizing that first beat. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Or remember, you can also think of it like this. Ba, 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 ba. Right? So again, depending on the song, it may feel more natural to have a more down, up, filled kind of a song, or you may want to take it back a little bit, just with the standard down, down, up, down, up, down. I also find that people tend to find one or the other to feel more natural for them. You can choose either one of those. You could have one person playing one pattern, one person playing the other, and if those two folks played together, you could barely hear the difference. You're still moving up and down with that arm in a steady and an even beat. So experiment with both of them and see which feels better for you. Enjoy your practice with these strum patterns.